If you've been watching Riders Range for any length of time, we've been on less than a year, let's hope you've been watching us, you know that we've been pretty much 1911s. In fact, about a third of our videos have been 1911, starting with the Great Affordable 1911 series. 22-part series plus the intro, looking at 44 different 1911s, and we've done a few other 1911 videos along the way. We've only done one Glock video, and that was on the Glock 44 22 caliber pistol. Actually, we've done a couple of videos on that, but today we're going to do another Glock. A while back, I told my local gun store that I'd be interested in a Glock 48. I'd like it black. I'd like it with night sights. But it's on the Blue Label program. If you're not familiar with the Blue Label program, that's for military, law enforcement, including retired. So I'm eligible to buy, I believe it's 2 Glocks per year on the Blue Label program. So in anticipation of that, I ordered a couple of Shield, not Smith & Wesson Shield, but Shield Arms 15-round magazines for the Glock 48. I've had those for about a month. And I got a call yesterday from my local gun shop saying that a black G48 Blue Label with night sights came in. So it's here. Came with 2 10-round magazines and, of course, your usual Glock case. I've got the 2 15-round Shield magazines all loaded up. I'm going to take it outside, and I did lube it. I took it apart and checked it out. And one thing I do before I go to the range is one of my pet loads is a Montana Gold 124 grain hollow point bullet. These are not expanding hollow points, they're target. And I load these up at about 1.125 inches, and that works good in some guns, and actually it's worked good in all of my Glocks up to this point. It's a little snug in a Gen 5, Gen 4 is fine, but I want to do a plunk test. I drop it into the barrel, and lo and behold, this round at this length will not chamber in the barrel of the Glock 48. They changed the barrel design on this pistol. They also changed it a little bit on the Gen 5. My round nose 124 grain, either Rainier or Berry's, works just fine, just because of the change in the difference in the shape of the bullet. We are going to put a couple of different loads of the 115 and 124 round nose through it, some factory. And we're going to take this outside and try it out. I did do a quick weigh test on this, and this gun is about 3 ounces lighter than a Glock 19. And if you load up both magazines, the Shield Arms magazine with 15 rounds, a Glock 19 with 15 rounds, 1 extra for the chamber, there's a little more than 3 ounces difference in this gun. It's a little bit lighter. Interestingly, it is about the same size as my ECO, which of course is only holding 8+1, and the ECO is a little bit heavier. And before we go outside, I will mention that I thought about going online. In fact, I checked at my local gun store. Ann Arbor Arms is where I got this, and I checked there this morning, and they didn't have any holsters in for the G48. So I dug around a little bit. I was about ready to order one, and just for kicks, I dug into the basket, and I've got a Galco leather holster that fits a Glock 48 fairly well. Not perfectly, but pretty good. I believe this is a Winthrop holster, and I got that for my Smith & Wesson Shield, and lo and behold, the Glock 48 fits in there pretty well also. And if I'm looking for an IWB just for kicks, I tried it in my Staccato C holster, the one that came with the gun. Little bit of play, but not much. I could carry it in that. So I have options without spending a whole lot of more money right now. And the magazines, the Shield magazines, fit pretty good in the magazine carrier. This is the one from Garrett Industries. Fits pretty good in the magazine carrier for the EDC X9. It's just a little loose, but I can tighten the adjustment down on that and make it work. All right, you've probably seen enough videos on the Glock 48 to know about this gun. We're going to take it out, try it at 15 yards on our 3-inch target, see how it shoots there. And I'm not messing with the sights. These are only drift adjustable. And we'll see where it prints at 15 yards. And then I'm going to take it out on the steel, and we'll see how it works. We'll bring it back in and do a real quick recap. Glock 48, a nice sunny, warm May 1st day out here in Riders Range. Going to try this at 15 yards on the 3-inch circle with 124 grain Federal ammo, and let's see how this little gun works. I think I kind of like it for a Glock. All right, this ran okay at 15 yards. Actually, it shot fairly well at 15 yards. Very pleased with it. Glock 48. We're going to try it on the plates at 12 yards first, and we're going to be using the Shield Arms 15-round magazine. I have not changed the magazine release on this yet. It's got the stock one in. At some point, if I really like these mags, I'll change it out. Right now, I'm going to leave it as it is. All right, I'm going to blame that on my reloads. These are not real stout reloads, so I got a failure to eject on this. Not going to blame that on the mag or the gun, just going to blame it on my reloads. Okay, we're going to keep going with the Glock 48 and some relatively light loads. Ran them fine. Let's try another mag. Come on, hit it. All right, that one ran just fine. All right, we're set up for 25 yards here. We're going to try the Glock 48 using my hand loads again, these 115 grain. We'll see how these work at 25 yards. You start on the 12-inch on the left. I'll start with the silhouette. 12-inch on the left. 8-inch next to it. Far right, 10-inch. Orange 10-inch. Center of the silver silhouette, the orange center. There we go, got one left. Can I get it back in? And maybe got more than one left. There we go. That's right, Shield magazine. Got more than that left. Back to the left of the 12. 8. Orange 10. Oh, did I miss it? There we go. White 10 on the right. Alright, we're going to use 124 grain ammunition out of the Shield Arms mag and see how this works out at 50 yards. So far, it's been pretty accurate. Silhouette first. 12-inch next to it. 12-inch high right. Oh, that was me. There we go, the orange 12 next to it. That was me again. Alright, let's go over on the left, see if I can get that white 10-inch. There we go, orange 10-inch next to it. There we go, back to the 12 next to the silhouette. Oh, come on, you're shooting over it. There we go on the last shot. Glock 48. Here on Rider's Range, works at, groups nice at 15 yards, works at 12, 25, and 50. All right, we're back inside. Put about 100 rounds to it. When I turned the cameras off, I couldn't resist but run a couple more mags through it. I even ran a mag, 15, well, actually one in the chamber plus a full 15-round Shield mag of 124 grain Federal HST carry rounds. Ran them flawlessly all the way out to 50 yards again. You know, somebody's going to ask, after doing all the 1911 videos, why a Glock video? And if you read my bio, I carried a Glock for the last 24 years of my 38 years in law enforcement. I was part of the training team that had to go through the Glock Armory School, the Glock Shooting School, and then train everybody else on the department on switching over from revolvers to Glocks. I carried 17, 19, 22, 23, and actually the last 10 years on the job, Glock 27 on duty and off duty. I was driving a desk more than anything else, but still had to qualify, and that gun worked fine. So I've got a lot of history with Glocks, and I wasn't real intrigued with the 48. My daughter's got a 43X, same thing, short barrel or shorter barrel. She likes it. She likes it better than the 19 I gave her a while back. But I wasn't real intrigued with 10 rounds. Hey, it's, you know, okay, I got 8 in my 1911. I really like my 1911s. But when Shield came out with the 15-round magazines, I figured let's give it a try. And yeah, frankly, in case you couldn't tell out there, I am relatively impressed with this gun. It's, I mean, to do that at 15 yards, 10 shots, and that's about that's offhand, it's what, maybe a little over, take the one flyer, that's about a 2-inch group, less than a 2-inch group. You know, I can live with that. Front cocking serrations, I do like to do press checks. I'm not a fan of 3-dot sights, you know that by now, but you know, these work okay. I hate Glock sights. At least this one I don't have to change the sights. Glock triggers I'm not fond of, and this has a serrated trigger. I don't really like the feel of it. Not a bad trigger. Let's, just out of curiosity, let's see what it weighs out to. It doesn't feel bad. I'm guessing it's probably somewhere around 5, maybe a little better. Okay, it is empty. And let's just see what this one runs to. 4.4 pounds, 2 ounces. Okay, let's enter that. Let's see what I can get for an average on this. £4 pounds, 1.8 ounces. Gives me an average of 4 pounds, 4.9 ounces over 5 pulls of the trigger. Not bad. Typical Glock reset, but right after the reset, it's ready to go again. I'm not feeling much over travel on it. You know, for a blue label price that is at the bottom of what I would have been in the 1911 affordable series, this is really a nice gun. Dead on factory sights, didn't have to do a thing to it. Ring steel at 25. Gee, maybe it's going back to the old saying that we had at the department: once you go Glock, you never go back. Don't know. Is it enough to get me away from my ECO? I'm going to shoot this for a while. I won't carry a gun until I've got at least 500 rounds flawlessly through it. That one hang up on, or that one failure to eject, though, was again my fault. That was kind of a powder puff 9mm load, and but everything else ran flawlessly. I ran all hand loads plus a few factory and those HSTs. This thing ran fine. So that's the verdict from Riders Range. A little Glock 48 using the Shield magazines. What can I say? I'm relatively impressed so far. Not quite enough to make me give up my 1911s, but oh well. Hey, if you like this video, we appreciate a thumbs up. We're trying to hit our 2,000 mark by our first anniversary. This is at the end of this month. So anything you can do to help us get there, share, like it, hit subscribe, hit notifications, and try to help us grow our channel. We really appreciate it. Appreciate the comments. Write comments on this video, write them below. Comments on anything else you'd like to see, info@ridersrange.com. Go to our website. I got to catch up on our website. It's running a little behind, www.ridersrange.com. That's it. Quick, maybe not so quick for you, quick for me. Look at the Glock 48 and relatively impressed. Thanks for visiting Riders Range.